Chapter 4. Let's know about plains and mountains. Introduction. The land on the earth is not the same everywhere. Have you ever seen mountains or farming fields? Do you know the difference between them? The land higher than their surroundings is considered a mountain. A flat area is known as a plain. The flat land of plains is ideal for agriculture. Plains often have thick fertile soil and abundant grassy meadows suitable for grazing animals. Plains also are home to a variety of wildlife, including foxes, ground squirrels, and snakes. When plains are found near the ocean, it is called coastal plains. Let me answer. Which type of landform is the playground? Plains. A plain is a large and broad area of flat land with no hills or mountains. Plains are one of the major landforms or types of land. On earth, plains mostly are more suitable for farming than mountains. Do you know how are plains formed? Plains form in many different ways. Plains can be formed by falling lava or deposition of sediment by water, ice, wind, or erosion. Plains and plateaus are both flat area of land. The main difference between plain and plateau lies in their elevation. Fact finder. Sediment. Water and ice carry the bits of dirt, rock, and other material called sediment. Erosion. Erosion is a natural process in which the topsoil of a field is carried away by wind or water. Rivers erode the mountains while flowing through them. They transport the eroded sediments. These sediments settle down and form the plain. Example: the Great Northern Plain of India or the plains of the Ganga-Brahmaputra River. Let me answer. What is the name of the highest peak in the world? Coastal plains. A coastal plain often is called a lowland because it is lower in elevation or distance above sea level than the land around it. You can think of the coastal plain as being the exposed portion of a continental shelf. The continental shelf is the part of a continent that extends into the ocean. The Atlantic coastal plain is a good example of this type of landforms. It stretches along the east coast of the United States from New Jersey to Florida. This area has a low, rolling hills, swamps, and marshes. Mountain. A mountain is a landform that rises high above the surrounding land in a limited area. They are made from rock and earth. Generally, mountains are higher than 600 meters. The top of the mountain is called its peak. The sides of the mountain are called its slopes. Hills. The landforms that are less than 600 meters tall are called hills. How the mountains are formed. Mountains are most often formed by movement of the tectonic plates in the earth crust. Great mountain ranges like the Himalayas often form along the boundaries of these plates. Tectonic plates move very slowly. It can take millions and millions of years for mountains to form. Example: the Great Himalayas, Alps Mountains, Ural Mountains. Research and analysis. Have you visited any mountains? If yes, name the mountain and try to find out how does a mountain forms. Discuss it with your classmates. There are about 5 main ways for the earth crust to form mountains. Here are 5 types of mountains. Folded mountains. Folded mountains form when the crust is pushing in on itself from opposite direction, forcing the crust to fold upward, just like a rug on your living room floor being pushed in from 2 sides. The middle of the rug will wrinkle up in folds. These are the Banff Mountains in Canada. They formed when the crust was folded upward by forces pushing on the other side toward each other, creating a fold in the crust. Health and wellness. People love to visit the mountains because of beautiful scenery which make us happy and delighted with nature. Where would you like to go? If you get a chance to visit the mountains, the northern mountains, Himalayas. The Himalayas mountains form the northern mountain region of India. They are the highest mountain ranges in the world. These mountain ranges start from Pamir Note in the west and extend up to the Purvanchal in the east. The Himalayas are known as the Young Fold Mountains because they were formed only a few million years ago. They were formed because of folding of the earth crust due to tectonic activity. Do you know Mount K2 is the biggest, highest mountain in India? Fault block mountains. There are large cracks or fault in the earth crust. At times, these cracks allow for a large block of crust to rise and tilt, creating a fault block mountain. Fault block mountains are made of huge tilted blocks of rock that are separated from surrounding rock by fault. These faults are large fractures in rock along which mostly vertical movement has occurred. The Grand Tetons of Wyoming, shown here, and the Sierra Nevada in California is an example of a fault block mountain. Uprapt mountain. Uprapt mountain formed when blocks of the earth crust are pushed up by forces inside the earth. Over time, the soil and sedimentary rock at the top of the earth crust erode, exposing the hard, crystalline rock underneath. As these rocks erode, they form the peaks and ridges. Dome mountains. A dome mountain formed when a large chamber of magma rises close to the surface of the earth and pushes the crust up. Volcanic mountains. Volcanic mountains form when the lava sweat out of the volcano solidifies and becomes rock. Over many volcanic eruptions, the lava builds up a mountain. Indian Heritage Connect. There are different types of mountains in India. See the picture of the below mentioned mountain and mark two differences between the two. Mountains of Gangtok, mountains of Manali. Summary. Plains. A plain is a large and broad area of flat land with no hills or mountains. Sediment. Water and ice carry the bits of dirt, rock and other materials called sediment. Erosion. Erosion is a natural process in which the topsoil of a field is carried away by wind or water. Eroded sediments. Small pieces of rocks and stones. Mountain. A mountain is a landform that rises high above the surrounding land in a limited area. The Great Himalayas are an example of mountains. Art integration. Imagine you get the opportunity to build a house in any hill station like Manali. What kind of house would you like to build? Teacher will explain the student about the difference between the house in a mountain or house in a plain area. Then students will draw pictures. Exercises. Creative expression. Tell your story. Ritesh recently visited his uncle's places in the village. He saw some beautiful places like farms, mountains, ponds, etc. How many of you visited our village? Share your experience with friends. Cross-curricular connect. Critical thinking. Let's play a game. Make a group of 2. Each group will get 15 minutes to collect the waste such as plastic, straws, pencils, shavings, etc. Decide amongst yourself what you can make and how you can reuse the waste. Logical decision making. We all visit different places during our vacation. If you get the opportunity to visit any mountain with your family, then where would you like to stay? In a hotel or a resort? Explain why. Let's practice. A. Write short answers to the given questions. 1. What do you know about sediments? 2. What is erosion? 3. What are the types of mountains? 4. What do you know about hills? B. Write long answers to the given questions. 1. Define plains. Give the example of the plains. 2. How are the plains formed? 3. Write about folded mountains. 4. Write about fold block mountain. C. Find their meaning. Dome, plateau, plain, marsh. D. Fill in the blanks. 1. The top of the mountain is called dash. 2. The sides of mountains are called dash. 3. Plains can be formed from the deposition of dash. 4. Volcanic mountains form when the dash sweat out of the volcano solidifies and becomes rock. E. Multiple choice questions. 1. The Himalayas are an example of dash. 1. Fold mountain. 2. Block mountain. 3. Dome mountain. 4. Volcanic mountain. 2. The Great Plain of Ganga Brahmaputra is situated in dash. 1. Northern part of India. 2. Southern part of India. 3. Western part of India. 4. None of the above. 3. How many types of mountains are there? 1. 5. 2. 4. 3. 3. 4. 2. 4. Mountains are higher than dash meters. 1. 500. 2. 600. 3. 400. for 300. F. Match the following. Column A. 1. The crust is pushing it on itself, forcing it to rise upward. 2. Mountains are made of huge tilted blocks of rock. 3. A large chamber of magma rises close to the surface of the earth and pushes the crust up. 4. The lava sweat out, solidified and became rock. Column B. A. Volcanic mountain. B. Folded mountain. C. Fault block mountain. D. Dome mountain. Conceptual understanding. How does lava emerge from the land? What is the reason behind it? Write any 2 reasons. Writing skills. Look at the pictures and write the name with 2 points about the pictures.